Hey YouTube, how you doing? Parson Rick here. This is a VR for Benjamin Mitchell, and Benjamin wants to know if any of our tobaccos take us back to a place and a time or a person that we smoked them with, that sort of thing. And I've only been smoking not even a year yet. Maybe next month I would officially say a year, and so I don't have a lot of those memories. Now, like a lot of people, I'm trying to find my great grandpa's smell, and it's probably Carter Hall or Prince Albert or one of those other half and half. I remember seeing some of those in my youth. I remember those logos, uh, and I've tried really hard not to try any of those yet because I'd hate to find it and then just stop my search right there. So I've been experimenting with lots of other stuff. House of Calabash, I got some, he calls it Granger, and he said it's the original Granger mix. He adds a D into the title to make it different. And that smells pretty good, and it smokes pretty good. But I know it is not Sir Walter Raleigh because I did actually buy some of that. I didn't care for it at all. So anyway, I don't have a lot of memories, but I do have one. Benjamin, would you like me to tell you a story? I thought you might. Hold on just a hat. There we go. Is that better? Okay. So anyway, about a year ago, and I've told the story before, but about a year ago, in August of last year, July and August of last year, my wife and I went to Alaska. And as we went up to Alaska, I was still trying to fumble around figuring out how to smoke. And I took my pipe and I took some tobacco. It was Long Bottom from our local B&M, the Briar Shop here in Eugene. They have lots of good blends. You can buy from them online. Plug one. And anyway, so I had some stuff, and I was just burning myself up. So this one particular day, we were up there a couple weeks, and I hadn't tried to smoke at all, even. But this one day, my wife was in doing laundry at the hotel that we were at. We couldn't pay the bill, so she had to do laundry. Anyway, so we were up in Homer. We were in Homer, Alaska, and we had just been out on Homer Spit, which stretches clear out into the ocean, and we had spent the day doing that, playing around out there. And we'd come back. She was doing laundry. I was killing time. And I thought, well, you know what? I found some matches. Let's just go see if we can get this pipe thing going. So the pipe I had taken was my trusty Meerschaum Churchwarden. I had this, and I had a kind of a semi-Churchwarden basket briar. But I took this one because it had a case. And so I took this, and I had struggled through my first bowl of Long Bottom, and I was sitting there just wasting matches. I didn't have a lighter. And it was a little bit windy. It was blowing. Rain was coming down. I was hiding underneath the stairs that went up to our room, and you couldn't smoke hardly anywhere up there. And so I was kind of tucked back, trying to get out of the rain and out of the wind and smoke my pipe. And it wasn't going very well. And I had struggled through a bowl. It took a long time. I'd burned my tongue, as always. And I was sitting there contemplating trying again. This older gentleman, very distinguished looking gentleman, was walking toward me, and lo and behold, he was smoking a pipe. I unfolded myself from underneath the stairs and gave him a bit of a start. I will assume it was from appearing out of nowhere, not because of my appearance. And I said, "Excuse me, sir." Looked around. I said, "Could you help me?" And he said, well, what's the problem? I said, how do you do that? I said, I can't make this work. I'm not having any fun. And so he came over and we started talking. He said, well, what are you smoking? And I told him, I said, well, what do you smoke? And he says, oh, I only smoke Captain Black Original. That's all he smoked. He said he'd been smoking for 40 years, and this is what he smoked. I said, well, what kind of pipe is that? I only smoke Ben Wade pipes. And so I thought, well, interesting. And he offers me, he holds out the bag, this very bag, this one. I have saved it. I have refilled it a few times. But I said, and he said, here, have some. I take the bag and I look around, and I'm not sure of the etiquette for taking somebody else's tobacco. Do you scoop it? Do you pinch it? Do you try not to touch the rest of it? And I was sitting there kind of fumbling around like that, and he goes, you can keep it. I have plenty more. So gracious. Totally took care of me. So I filled my bag, and I was temping, and he goes, oh, not like that. Pack it like this. Showed me how to pack it. And, I took 30 more matches. And lo and behold, I had the first pleasant smoke I had ever had. He gave me a decent tobacco. Sun's coming through here. He gave me a decent tobacco. Showed me how to put it in my pipe. And then wandered off. And I thought, this ain't bad. Now I've tried all but one of the Captain Black brands. I've even had Brigadier Black brands. They're all good. Nothing complicated, but neither am I. Now, every time I smoke the Captain Black or this Meerschaum, I think of that old doctor, and he was a doctor. He said he was the head of thoracic surgery at some big hospital in Florida. Smoke. So, Ben, I got one memory. And every time I put on my hat, I think of you. All right. Parson Rick out. God bless you.